You are watching Straight Facts.
Get my Apple Watch bust down, it's bust down, yeah.
Alright, what's up YouTube? This is Straight Facts, episode 3. I'm here with Miss Fontaine and Black X. And we got some shit to talk about again. And we're gonna get right to our viewer submitted John first. The what was it? Who deserve respect more? People on Instagram half naked or people on Instagram fully clothed? How you feel about that? Go ahead.
I want to listen first.
I think a lot of people, it depends on how you look at it, for real, because it's a couple of people out here that be bashing girls for like dressing how they want to, like they be like half naked or whatever, but they get all the likes. To a certain extent, it's like, why can I get like? Because I'm just cute. Why I gotta be naked?
Sex sells, so it's like, why would I mean, just looking at it from like the public eye, if you see some ass and titties, you gonna like that shit. Like, even with like, you know, Mike don't do it no more, but you go on your Explore page to see what your friends like. It's always twerk videos on that joint. Like,
you just blasted my man.
I'll bleep his name out. Like, it's whatever.
She's not gonna bleep your name out, bro.
I am. But it's like, I don't know. For me, I feel like respect is something you'll earn. So like, if you half naked or not naked on there, I don't give a fuck because I don't know you. Like,
so how would you feel if it was your girl,
my girl
that
would
was
be
half
on there
naked?
half naked.
Honestly,
So what's the
It
difference?
depends. Like, if you getting a check for it, if you're a model, that's understandable. But like, you drawing a certain crowd, so don't be surprised when that certain crowd looking at just your body and not who you is.
So if it's that same girl that you want to talk to though, would you date somebody like that?
I don't know. Like,
I mean, I know I would, like, cause it like, unless she like, if she out here like doing it just to do it, like, that wouldn't, like, if she out here doing it just to do it, that'd be, I mean, I'm not gonna judge her and be like that's anything or something like that.
Girl. She out here.
If that's my girl and that's what she like to do for fun. If I trust her and that's just a part of her, then that's just a part of her. But like, I mean, like, it's a whole different thing. Like,
what do they gotta do if you trust
doing
her
it just
though?
to doing it, I feel like you feeding for attention at this point.
Yeah, like you feeding for attention.
And I don't like them type of girls.
And at that point, like, you wouldn't be my girl. Like, not because of that, but just because that's what that comes with.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Me and him had this conversation a couple of years ago.
I know what you about to say, and I'm sitting there saying, like, if a girl was,
he said something completely different.
No, he was in a relationship, and this was like the same thing that happened.
Like,
and he was, I'm fine with it. She loves herself.
I don't care. Like, if you love.
So now it's not gonna be a girl.
No, like, I'm saying, like, that was before I knew the personality trait that came with. I'm not talking about the action. With the action and what she doing, like, she twerking online. Like, to be honest, she can twerk and 1,001 niggas can hit. But if you my girl, we gonna have that understanding that you not choosing nobody else's dick over mine. If you do, that's just on you. I'm not about to really stress or press over it. Like, I'm gonna just get over you. It's gonna hurt for a little while, but I'll be good. Like, I'm not gonna judge you. Like, if a girl, like, I got a couple friends who like strip, or I got a couple friends who do bottle girl stuff, and they do it because some do it because they want the money, and some do it because they legitimately have to do it. So I don't look at either or no way, because I don't confuse like that freak shit with their intelligence or their personality. That's just one aspect of it. I don't make that a whole thing to me.
I'm not cuffing no girl because I don't even like attention. So I feel like you just drawing a crowd just to draw a crowd. Nah.
I just feel like, me personally, I don't think I'm going to be half naked on the gram.
Why is that?
Because it's just like, what's for my man is what's for my man. I don't think it should be thrown out to the whole public. Everybody, because I feel like my man is like, everything's supposed to be saved for him. You see what I'm saying?
That's a real conservative way to view it.
So it's like, why am I showing this to everybody?
I mean,
go ahead.
You can say that, but you can't. But it's like a lot of girls post that just to, you know, body appreciation. So it's like,
and they're not wrong for that. That's just how I would feel about it.
I don't know. That's a good viewpoint, but it's also like, if you look good, you definitely want to show that shit out, especially like.
See,
You supposed to be showing that shit out for your man. You see what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
this is what I be single.
This is how I think about it. Like,
I'm single. I'm not doing.
I don't believe I own my girlfriend's body. Like, that's my thing. Like,
I'm not saying you own it, but it's just like this is a prized possession for you.
I get that, but like nothing about like your physique or your body. I don't like. For me, like I don't know. Maybe because I'm like real like weird, but I guess like I don't care. Like if you got like pictures of your ass on your Instagram and shit like that, and you got like 3,000 likes or whatever like that, like I probably sound like a sucker to some people, but I don't care because if I have a basic understanding of you and your personality, I don't give a fuck what you do because 1,001 people can want you, and I won't confuse that with you wanting them.
But you confusing me now because you just said if that's your girl and she doing that, just
no, I'm saying yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like before, I'm saying like before, like that's how I look at things. But like now, I personally won't do it because I realize with some of the personalities that can come with, it's not the action like them doing like showing their ass and shaking their ass, well maybe not talking to them. It's like at that point, what's your personality trait that's coming along with it? Because I know the ones that exist.
Attention seeker. Yeah,
so like if yours line up to one being an attention seeker, then I'm not gonna fuck with you. But if you doing it and it's not because you want it for the sake of attention, because that can exist.
And then I think that's what honestly where that whole thing comes from though. Who do you know that's really just besides like a business aspect? Why are you doing it? When you think about
attention.
it,
that's why like
it's no other way around it.
No,
you know
I don't agree.
Honestly, if you
so people,
think about it, bro. Think about it. It's just any joint, whatever. They on there half naked. They not getting paid. They don't got no endorsements. Ain't no fashion over shit. Ain't no whatever. They up there just to be naked. Only thing you're screaming is attention.
That's not. I don't believe that. I don't think it's like either or. That's what I'm trying to say. Like I don't think it's either business or just attention. It could be business.
No, attention. I know. I said there's no endorsements. There's
no. I'm saying
there's no business relation.
Bro, I understand that. Let me finish. I'm saying like there could be business. There could be attention.
I'm telling you in this scenario.
Can you let me finish?
Take the word business.
Can you let me finish? Stop trying to script what I'm trying to say. Let me finish. You don't understand.
Go ahead.
I said there's not just either or. There can be business. There can be attention seeking. There can be body appreciation. There could be people who are just nudists and just don't like to wear clothes and want to be on Instagram or whatever or do shit like that. I don't believe there's an either or in any outcome. You feel me? Like just because I don't see it or it's not popular or I don't know it exists don't mean it's not there. So like I'm not gonna straight jump to the gun and be like, oh, she doing this for attention. If she's not getting paid for it, she's doing it for attention.
Attention is not always a negative thing though.
But with the way you saying it, it's coming with a negative connotation. Like she just doing it for attention. When you say that to somebody, they thinking negative. They're not thinking positive.
But when you think of it as for the example of the body appreciation thing. Some people are not doing it for attention, but getting that attention out there for the awareness.
Yeah, that's
still
cool.
Positive.
Yeah, that's positive.
But it's still attention.
But the way you say it, it's the way you say it. Like, I don't think it's for the negative version of attention that people think, oh, they doing it just so people can be like, oh, look at me.
But the main goal, period, is attention. It's no other outcome.
That's what social media is.
Attention.
To get attention at the end of the day.
I mean,
or
some
to
way,
look
shape,
at
or
this,
form,
like
you up there to talk to yourself or talk to people and get attention.
I mean, when I listen, free the nips, like
I'm all for it.
Like I don't.
I bet y'all are.
No, not even. See,
not
even on no creep shit. Like
if you got it, flaunt it.
If you not even that, but like I looked into it. They make sense what they said. Like, how can you say one nipple is bad and the other nipple not, and they look exactly the same?
Especially if y'all want all this equal rights shit.
Yeah, like everything gotta be equal. Like, if a girl wanna walk around, she ain't got no shirt on, her nipples out. Like, I'm not gonna be like, ooh, booby, let me grab it. Like, that's some weird shit.
But people do that though.
Would you be okay with your girl walking around with her nipples out?
During her shirt, yeah. Because I had my girlfriend did when I had one. She had a shirt where she had her nipples and stuff out. I didn't care. Because it's not like niggas can see, but that's not her. That's not only her thing.
I think that's fashion.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think I would have a problem with it.
I don't, like, you can see her naked, but that don't mean you, like, what you gonna say, oh, I see your girl nipples? Okay, and?
Like, you know, if one of my friends is naked, we got a problem. I'm sorry. It just, that's a little.
One of your friends?
Yeah, it's like, oh, all right, it's something you got your nipples covered, but it's a see-through shirt or something. Okay, that's
what if
cool,
she don't
whatever.
have nipples covered?
That's too much. Shirt? That's too much.
How is that too much?
Because that's something you're supposed to keep private.
You a conservative, yo.
That you say,
but y'all know this though. Like,
but I'm saying, like, you can't sexualize somebody just because they got their chest out.
I'm not sexualizing.
Well, so why?
So then, why is it
why
too
is it
much?
a problem if it's your friend?
If it's not sexualized, then why is it too much?
Because it's like you don't have to do all that. It's to a
What is
certain
all
extent.
that?
You don't have to put all that out on the table.
What is all out on the table? Why?
Your boobs.
Okay, but why, but that's what I'm saying. You sexualizing it. Why is the main focus on her chest? Okay, her chest is out. So what? So is her face. So is her neck. So is her elbows. Why you just staring at her chest?
Because she's showing her private parts. That's what it comes down
But
to.
to
Right, like
but to her, it's not private.
It's public, clearly.
So then that shouldn't be an issue. That's cognitive dissonance. That's what it sounds like.
no.
Nah, I
You
just
ain't
say
know nothing about that.
I'll say
Relax.
it's just you being a
It
concern.
is.
I just
It's
think-
going against what she know as what she feels as though it's right for her to do with her chest.
But that's my opinion.
That's what I'm
my
saying.
Opinion, right?
That's what I'm
Am
saying.
I right or wrong?
I'm not saying
That's
you're
not
wrong.
right then. So what
Why
I'm
you, yeah, so
I'm
defensive?
not getting defensive
Speaking of the
because
whole,
you got to think about it. We are,
Go ahead.
but you got to think
Go
about
ahead.
it. Like you can't just sit here and want. Oh, that's another thing though. I'm screaming. I want respect. I want respect. But how is that respect?
Nah,
You're
you
not
can't-
respecting
you
your
can't
body
say-
though.
You can't do that. You can't do
You
that.
can't like.
You're not
you
respecting
can't-
your body.
Nah,
You
How is
think
that
that's
not respecting
your
your
body?
Not that's. If anything, that's body appreciation. You
Everybody not looking at it as no fucking.
No, think
That's
about it.
what
Think
it
about it.
is.
though. Think about
Excuse my
it.
language.
Think about it though.
Everybody don't do
Think
no
about
body
it though.
appreciation.
Look, listen. You got that much courage, that much self beauty to show your nipples.
Everybody does not think like that. You was just going back off attention.
I would say that
Everybody
comes
is
down
not
to
doing
No,
that.
that's not even
that's
just-
something even like the women's rights are marching for. Their right to be able
The
to
only
show their
reason
body
a girl-
and not be able to victimize or sexualize.
The only reason
I
a girl would feel like that's wrong is because they feel as though that their chest or their breast is sexual objects, and that they wouldn't want to show it because they believe like it should be seen something that's private towards sex. Other girls who don't care to see that don't see their chest as an accessory to sex or anything. It's part of their body. It's like wearing a short sleeve shirt to them. So you can't say that's too much or saying that's like doing too much when that's just not. Yeah, you can't describe it. It's not fair to describe it as doing too much because it's not something you would do.
I mean,
It's
I
your
can't
opinion.
say that.
No, I'm not saying
I
you can't. I
say
said
that.
it's not fair to say that.
It is fair. That's my opinion. But at the same time, I'm not saying it's wrong. Like, oh, you can't always. I get sexy sometimes too. But what I'm saying is, it's just it is too much to go. You putting yourself out on a limb all the time. It's one.
What
it's
is the
a-
limb that she put herself out on?
You putting yourself out as you're not gonna sit here and tell me every female is out here stating, oh, body appreciation, butt naked. No, everybody doesn't do that.
So then, what's the other reason they would do it then?
Attention. What are you talking about?
Attention, I would say attention definitely that goes hand in hand because like you appreciating what you look like.
But
So
some girls
show that
think
shit.
like some girls like I'm a dude. I'm gonna be blunt. Like some titties, some nipples look cute. So if a girl wanna have her shit out because her shit is cute, then let her have her shit out. If a nigga staring, then
So
he
you
weird.
wanna let your girlfriend walk
If
around
my
with
girlfriend-
no bra, no nipple?
No, if that's what she wanna wear, then I'm not gonna be like you can't do that with
That's
me.
something, yeah, that is
I'm not
control.
saying you trying to like.
I'm not- but I'm not-
I'm
I'm-
saying you're not gonna have
There's
no
no way
opinion.
to approach that situation without sounding controlling.
You feel me? Like and
Yes,
not
it
even
is.
not
I
even
agree it
that.
is.
No, you can
No,
you
'cause
can
think about it.
you can
what kind of
approach
man
it.
go to his girl and be like, yo, honestly, I'm not comfortable with you showing your nipple.
That's the exact.
That's the exact way you're supposed to do it. If you feel
Exactly.
that's the exact.
That's some insecure
If
shit.
that
That's-
was no, that's not.
that's
If
not
my
insec-
boyfriend walked up to me and was like, "Babe, I don't feel as your dude. I don't feel comfortable you going around with your boobs out or your ass out. This, that, and the third. I respect that. I'm gonna change. You don't feel comfortable.
That's
you
cool.
Came
That's
to
fine.
me,
Good point.
You came to me
That's
as a
cool.
man, and you came to me correct. You didn't belittle me about it. You didn't come aggressive to me about it. You just was like, I'm not comfortable yet with it.
That's cool.
We didn't have that conversation yet.
That's cool, but like in my case, I'm gonna ask a question. I'm not just gonna be oblivious to it. I'm gonna be like, yo, like, what's your? I'm not gonna like make sure like she doing it for the right reasons type time. I'm gonna just have a conversation. She like, do you care if I wear this or something like that? I'm gonna be like, well, why? Okay, I don't really care, but like, why are you wearing it? And then she'll tell me whatever her reasoning is. If you my girl and you proved your point that you loyal to me, I'm a rock with you no matter what. Even if a girl come up and call her a hoe, I'm like, she a hoe with a nigga. You a hoe and you don't do nothing with nobody. So like,
Oh, shit, bro.
you feel me? Like,
Shit, bro.
so like, I'm not about to judge a girl. I don't confuse.
I wouldn't say judging.
Me personally, I don't confuse like a girl's like sexual like promiscuousness if that's a word, or like her sexual fluidity with her intelligence or her character, because you can't all. They not always.
Smart girls be the freaks.
They not always interchangeable. You feel me? So like, it's not fair to do that. So like, if I see a girl, even if she a real thought, I'm not gonna say she dumb.
Nah, thoughts be smart too.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
They be smart ones.
I know a couple thoughts that
college.
I know a couple girls that can suck real good dick and do math at the same time.
Okay.
All right,
Anyway,
too much. Bleep that out,
so
please.
now
that's gonna be the
Bleep
bleep
that
all
out.
right, so y'all, Tara was so passionate about this one. Since sex got easier, love got harder. I think that's complete bullshit.
No.
I'm
I think
gonna
that's
talk
complete
last.
bullshit.
You think it's bullshit?
Yes.
First of all, you gotta look
Think
at
about
it.
it. So when was it hard? When was getting sex not easy? Name me a time frame, an era, a decade, a century.
I want to say at
Victorian
least between
Go ahead.
The Victorian
when
period.
chivalry was here. I
So
feel
back
like
in like the 1400s, 1500s with King Edward.
I want to. No.
'Cause I'm pretty
I
sure they
want-
had prostitutes back then too.
Prostitution.
So sex was always
Prostitution
That's
was the
been-
oldest. Was the
Yes,
oldest
I
occupation.
agree with that.
So explain to me, since when was sex harder to get?
When people wanted to wait for marriage.
In what era? Give me a time.
I want to
frame.
say that was at least the
Not even an
70s,
era. I just want her to
60s.
explain this
That's,
because
that's
I'm
false,
about to.
there was prostitution in the 70s too.
That
But
don't
you
mean
only
nothing.
thinking about
But
prostitution.
that was
Not even
that's
just,
how,
not
that was a
even
small
just
percentage
that. People was
compared to
always
now.
fucking porn. That's when porn started booming in the 70s. Keep it a whole being.
Yeah.
So
But
like you
it
prove
started
about
booming, but at the same time, that was still a small percentage compared to now. People was openly thoughts. They wasn't openly thoughts then.
It was
No,
always,
they was
not.
there was always
You
open
tripping.
thoughtree.
My grandma used to pimp people. Like no.
There was always open thoutree.
Like no.
Always.
No.
That's why like I think this is bullshit.
No,
I think,
it's not.
I think we just like
What I
as
think-
you get older, you just start experiencing more sex. Like
As you get older, you learn.
But
this sex-
there was y'all asking me questions and I haven't answered one yet.
you ain't never answered mine. When was it harder though?
Let
I
her
couldn't
finish.
get to it.
Yeah, she did couldn't get to it. She did couldn't get to it.
So when there was a serious time when people was like, marriage come first before you have sex. Cause I know I was like, I honestly literally was taught that. My mom put that down my throat. Like really try not
No,
to.
what was when was
Let her
that time?
finish, bro.
Shut up and let me get there.
Alright,
Thank you.
alright.
So I can't a particular time. I wasn't born to be honest. But there was a time like talking to my grandma's time when she was our age.
No, she's right. There was
When
a
you think
particular.
about alright, this gotta be the 40s at least.
There was a particular time where
I would
people
say the 40s,
would
50s.
think marriage was the epitome of all life, and
Yeah,
it was.
and that's really off of Christians though. If you want to put it in that spin, but that was a time where boys had to work harder. Like they had to marry first. They had to put the time in then.
But
so
this-
it was harder.
This
to
is
get
what
sex.
this is what I'm gonna say.
So you telling me?
So
Wait,
and
can I
now,
say-
so wait, let me finish.
No,
So let me finish.
I'm not gonna
So
shut this.
now it's like it's hard now that sex is more like a ease thing. I feel like in our era right now, like you can get sex anywhere. People just doing it for not even for money, but for the free.
I'm gonna say this.
Shut up! I'm not done.
For some
Let me
Chinese
finish. People doing it for whatever. So you got people throwing their cat everywhere. When are you gonna find a dude?
Their cat.
For real. When are you gonna find a dude that's gonna finally settle down when it's so hard? Cause you competing with strippers that got some talent back there. You competing with just regular freaks. You competing with people that don't like you and they want to date your man just because it's your man. It's so many things to it now where adultery was a bad thing back then, but it's not now.
I feel like
That's
this.
a good point.
I'm gonna
That's a
say
good point.
this.
That's a
I'm
good point.
gonna say this. I don't think it ever got harder. I think it got more exposed, but it's always been here. I don't think it ever was easier or harder. But I think the problem starts when people have the conversation about sex, and they always start off and lead it with you had sex with somebody you love, and they put that false reality in the world. You don't always.
That's false because I believe that theory.
You can believe
that you
can
should,
believe.
wait, you believe that you should
Can I
have
finish?
sex with
On little
some-
people I love. Yes.
I feel that. I can respect you for that being your thing. But that's not the real reality.
That's why a lot of women don't have orgasms now.
But this way, let me finish.
True.
Can I finish? Can I finish? I don't know what that was.
Think about it. Like, what kind of female gonna limit herself to only the person she loves, and maybe he don't please her?
Because it's special.
It's not special if you're not orgasming.
Can I finish? Finish.
Finish. Oh my God, yo.
What I'm trying to say is like it shouldn't. You got a point.
Because think about it, back in the 40s, 50s, them housewives was not satisfied.
But can I finish, bro?
That's because their niggas was corny though. I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to say like it shouldn't stop and end with somebody just that you love, because that ain't the reality. You like in reality, you can literally fuck people and not love them. Like you can have sex with people and not love them. Like you might not want to do it, but you don't need love. Like it shouldn't stop it, because that comes with like ownership. It comes with a whole bunch of ownership and false realities and other things that.
That's not the reason. That's not my reason.
I'm not saying that's yours, but I'm just saying with the conversation itself. Like
when
you just say like sex comes from something with somebody you love. Like no, sex is something you do for either reproduction or pleasure. Like that shit how it started, and then after that you had the explanation of respect. And then the possibilities of how it can be enhanced with love and certain things like that. It shouldn't just be focused only on love.
Yeah. Not. No.
I feel like it is.
Sex is way better when you love the person.
That's why
but like I feel like people are too scared to explore they sexual side, like they sexual.
Yeah, you get caught fucked all the time for that. Nobody got time for that.
But when you sitting here saying like you should only have sex with somebody you love, that'll.
Not because of being called a thought. I don't care what nobody say. Yeah. But my reasoning is just like your body will only function for a female. A lot of people don't know this. Your body only function with who it wants to function with. So if you don't have for example, I cannot sit there and have sex with somebody I am not vibing with from the rip. And it's not just a regular vibe. It's my body gotta be there for you completely, and it's not gonna be there for somebody. And there's some girls
who get aroused from the idea of just being able to have sex.
Mine do not with somebody I'm just talking to.
Okay, but that's not. I'm not talking about Atira. I'm talking about. You
can't talk in general because you don't know everybody.
I'm talking about.
There are some girls.
I'm talking about from my sexual escapades with different women. There are some girls who I've met who, like you, have sex with people who they only love. I don't know why they loved me at the time, but they did.
Really, I don't know either.
There was other girls who get aroused by the idea that they're about to have sex. There's other girls who just all of a sudden have a sexual urge.
I'm gonna be watching this.
And need somebody. Hey, mom, and then they will need the urge and they need their itch to be scratched.
Facts.
You feel me? And sometimes I'm the next best thing to scratch.
Sadly,
no,
not sadly. You.
Sadly,
no, not sadly, but like sadly, this is when recycling becomes a thing.
No, but don't nobody want to.
Yeah, no, one of my exes.
No, but see, that's going. To me, that's keeping past energy, like whether positive or negative. I want to.
That's why I said sadly.
I want to expand.
It's not a good thing or a bad thing, but I just said sadly.
Listen, sometimes the whole need loves, man.
I can't. No shade to the females that
you can't put a square in a rectangle
that need their itches, but I can't do it. I just can't.
You can't put a square in a rectangle, Terry. I'm sorry, like so everybody gotta fit somewhere, somehow.
You already know how I am.
Keep trying to use the same brick for different shapes. Ain't gonna do it.
That's when you get Play-Doh and it fit in everything. Say now.
Play-Doh, I'm confused now.
Anyway, what's the next topic?
I'm confused as shit. Why are you talking about Play-Doh?
You snorting on camera.
Cause he's talking about some shapes and blocks and stuff.
Oh, this nigga playing with fucking.
You see where did you go?
I was trying.
Can we just go to the next?
I was trying to make sense of your fucking hand right here. Keep it over being.
Let's talk about what's next.
You're funny.
We got the worthy worth respect. I guess since we on relationship shit, women not allowing a man to be a man. And the proposal, John. So like,
all right, wait.
What's the proposal thing now?
So the proposal thing was, it was a bigger thing about it because I had said that sometimes I felt like people pick and choose which gender roles they want to follow, and I was arguing with somebody and they was like, well, no, women don't do that, And I had looked at her and I had said, well, would
Women
you
don't do what?
like don't pick and choose?
Don't propose to a man.
Like yeah, well,
That's what the whole.
That's what the whole
topic,
thing. That's
yeah.
what the whole topic dumbed down to.
You know, he try to.
I was giving them backstory on it. So like, I had told her like women pick and choose. She was like, no, we don't. I said, well, would you propose to your man? And she said no. And I was like, why? And she said because that's the man's job. I said, see, that's a gender role.
That's not the reason why I wouldn't do it.
I don't know, cause like my mom raising me, she was like, not even it is gender roles, but it's like at the end of the day, you a man supposed to do that. Like one, always take the trash out. Don't ever let my mom take the trash out. Two, if you go on a date, always pay for the shit no matter what. And like just like before I even had a car, she'd be like, "Oh, girls fuck with you and you ain't got a car." I'm like, damn, like that shit hard if you ain't got wheels. Like it's just like some shit you supposed to do, being the man. Like at the end of the day, it's equal rights and shit, whatever. But like some shit should just come.
I don't see. I get that because I got all that stuff too. But like with me, once I got introduced to the whole idea of equal rights for women, and I agree with it. I agree with it 100%. So it's everything is like on an equal basis. Like yeah, it'd be nicer and be better if men did certain things other than women out of being nice. But I'm not doing it because I'm a man. I'll do it because I want to do it. I'm not.
Because I'm a man, that's why I want to do it.
No, I'm not associating it with my gender. Like, that's what I'm saying.
You have to.
I'm not because that's
the woman.
But I'm not. No, you don't have to. You choose to, and that's I believe. Like
because like
when you literally don't have to say I'm doing this because I'm a man. You can say I'm doing this because I'm a mirror and I want to do it.
I'm doing it because it's the right thing to do.
Okay, but that has having the right thing to do and knowing what the right thing to do has nothing to do with being a man. Because no one knows what it's like to say that's what it is to be a man. Because that's the most dangerous thing you can tell a man.
I'm not saying that's what it is to be a man. I'm saying that
you did
being the man.
That's what you have to do.
That's what you have to do.
Like
but when you put that part as being a man in it, is what I'm trying. I agree with what you're saying. But when you put that part as being a man, to me, it becomes a whole different thing. That's why I just say I'll do it because I want to do it. I'm not doing it because I'm a dude and I do supposed to do this. Because if that's the case, there's a lot of things a woman's supposed to do because she's a woman and women don't do no more. So I'm not about to do that.
Bullshit.
I mean, I think
that's not bullshit. But like, if you really want to take it there, like it's a lot of like me. It'd be not like.
I think that's bullshit. Like even with like girls I would deal with, like even if they wasn't my girl, like they would bend over backwards when it came to me. Like at the end of the day, and like. I would feel like an asshole because like I'm not reciprocating that same energy.
Yeah, that's you doing it out of responsibility because of the other person.
You saying girls don't do what they're supposed to do.
I'm saying like there's a lot. I didn't say girls don't do what they're supposed to. I said if you want to take it to like I'm doing it because I'm a man. There's a lot of things that girls are supposed to do because they're women, quote unquote.
And they don't do it.
And they don't do it. Like for instance,
don't forget you
and they don't do it. And I'm not talking about out of sheer responsibility. I'm talking about out of that gender role. So like, and when they said like before, like women supposed to cook and clean, but not every girl I talk to cook nor clean.
Every girl I talk to cook.
I'm gonna say
I'm about to say not everybody
ain't got a job.
But there's
tripping.
I'm saying,
like,
but there's girls out there who's not like that, and it's not fair for me to say they're not a woman because they don't do that.
I wouldn't say they're not a woman, but I'm
there's
saying
people out there that would say that.
In my 24 years,
you feel me? Like there we go, right here. There's people out there.
I'm not gonna say you're not a woman but you're definitely not holding up what you're supposed to be doing. But what the fuck are you doing then?
But that's what I'm saying. Like me, I don't mind cooking and cleaning. If she don't know how to cook or clean, me personally, I don't.
Yeah, I never.
You teach her. That's when you teach her.
Yeah,
though.
I understand teach her, but if she don't want to learn how to cook nor clean, I don't.
If
mind.
she don't want to,
I don't mind.
Yeah, clean is automatic because I'm clean.
Not cleaning. Cleaning is automatic. Cleaning is automatic. Yeah. But I'm gonna just dumb it down to cooking. Like if she don't want to know how to cook.
You gotta do a little something.
No, that's cool. I don't mind being.
If y'all got kids and you working
I never
and I'm
looked for
working,
cooking as a trait in a girl, but the girls I tend to mess with always knew how to cook.
That's because now I'm talking about in the future when y'all have kids and stuff like that.
You gotta know how. That gotta be something you gotta pick up on, definitely.
Yeah, but that's cool for a later on. But that's not gonna make or break you to me. That's what I'm saying.
It shouldn't.
It shouldn't because you can always learn.
But at one point, what I'm trying to say is, at a time, that was a make it or break it.
You're right.
That's because in different times it was all
so with me, I keep up and I stay consistent with that's not a make it or break it because at one point it was, and that's not fair to you.
Make it or break it is if you got money.
Right now, it just. Right now, I wouldn't be sweating those things. Yeah. I'm 21. That's neat.
Like I'm not about to. Oh, you don't cook.
Yeah, you a dub.
You a dub. I'm not
weird.
about to.
That's weird.
That's weird because then I sound like every type of misogynist dude out there. You feel me? Like,
yeah.
I'm not about to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not about to be associated with that.
So I wouldn't propose to a man because from my experience, I feel like the man is always the one that's not ready.
That's not always true.
That I'm saying. Then I'm say from my perspective.
I was.
Or
think about it,
not
think
even if
about
they're
it.
not ready, you don't know if they're ready because their signs will be up and down.
Men
Like, I
love
could be
way
down.
harder than women.
So but they would hardly show it, or you would never know. I'm waiting.
Yeah.
Like, if I love you, like, I'm not about to worry about no title of marriage. You feel me? Like, no legal document. I'm not about to worry about that. Like, because it's not fair. Because like I don't want to be in a situation like I get it. You don't want to wait too long. Yeah. Like I understand that point, but I'm not about to be in no situation where if she spring up on me and she ready to get married before I am. Like, marriage is cool, but marriage is not just about the love. It's also finances. It's also like your life.
I agree.
It's about a whole.
I
It's about a whole bunch more than just I love you. It's about. It's
going back to the ring. You can't afford the ring. You can't afford the house.
But you didn't say all of that when you're 5 years. You just said 5 years.
Like, because in 5 years,
you should be able to get yourself together in 5 years.
No,
Come on, yo.
5 years. Like I said, 5 years is not a long time.
Lawrence was on that couch for like 2.
That's 2 years.
Okay, but 5 years, you gotta really think about it. Like, you gotta think about it. As we get older, time moves a lot faster. And like,
I'm not gonna be like, all right, it's 5 years now, let's go.
Let me finish. No, let me finish. Like, but that's how you saying it though. That's not how you mean. That's how you saying it. You just said, you literally just said if in 3 to 5 years, if you not ready, then I'm out. Life is too short. You literally just said that.
Well, I'm not gonna be like, okay, 5 years.
But that's what you said.
That's what we gotta have a conversation.
But you didn't say it like that.
If you keep talking over me, how can I?
We let you talk that time though.
And then you had something to say right after before I can explain for you. Am I correct?
You wasn't going to explain that. Let's just be honest. You was wrong. It's fine.
It's no right or wrong answer to that.
You wasn't going to say that.
I was going to say that.
But anyway.
Who's really going to be like, all right, 5 years, let's go?
Obviously you. That's what you said.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
But what I'm trying to say, like, it's a lot more than just that document. So I'm going to just be honest.
But I'm saying 5 years is a lot. You said it's
5 years is that time I'm going to spend getting to know you. And then on the 6th and...
You spending 5 years to get to know somebody?
So when you gotta think about it, bro. You gotta think about it. Getting to know you is not no easy thing. Like, you meeting somebody in 5 years, that's not a long time. Like, you really gotta
5 years is a long time.
So 5 years is not a long time.
How long have we known each other?
Probably like 3 or 4. That's still not a long time.
That don't count. We talking about relationship wise.
But
in a relationship, you know the person more intimately.
Okay, but
in general,
intimately, there's a lot of things.
Now your friend would know way more than you.
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things about a person that you will not figure out that you like or dislike unless you've been in certain situations with them. And time can only tell with those situations. So like, once I get to know you as a person, that's maybe like the first year, maybe the first year and a half. The second year is how I'm figuring out, for second and third year is how I'm figuring myself out while dating you. Maybe the fourth year is how I'm about to be with living with you. And then the fifth year is when like stuff can go wrong, stuff can go right, planning, life organization and stuff like that. Like, that's planning to be with somebody. 5 years in just a relationship is not a long time.
I feel like people plan way more ahead of that because people be together 1 year, 2 years, and move in together already.
Yeah, and then that's the reason why divorce rates be so high. Cause
I'm talking about just move in relationship wise.
Okay, but that's you talking about marriage, bro. We talking about moving in and all that. People date too fast for my liking. Like, people be so in a rush to be like, I like them. That's all mine, that's all me, and don't really know them like that. Or people be so infatuated with the idea of love and trying to just be monogamous that they marry the wrong person and now they in a situation where they divorced or they got a kid or they doing some nut shit. So like, I'm gonna really spend my time getting to know you. Like, if you want to talk about the old days when chivalry was alive, niggas dated for a while. And then they went back and married that girl and made her own. Like, I'm not about to marry until I meet your grandma for real. And then I meet your mom and I meet your family and I fuck up with your family because I'm not just marrying you. I'm marrying your family. I'm marrying your culture. I'm marrying everything about you. So I gotta like all that shit. It's not just about you at that point.
I was dating somebody and they didn't meet. I dated somebody for 4 years and they didn't meet my parents. Well, they already knew my mom.
That's weird.
But they didn't meet my dad. No one never meets my dad, to be honest. That's when it get real. When you meet my grandparents, my aunts and all them, it was 4 years until they met all of them.
But that's where it comes. But back to the original point though, like about like letting a man be a man. I understand the whole point of women being strong, but I feel like there's a real thin line between being independent and being stubborn. And
I agree.
There's a real thin line, and it can be easily crossed. But it's like a conversation that no woman wants to hear from a man.
But also let a woman be strong as well.
That is true.
See, I've been in a lot of scenarios where like I don't want to put nobody's name out there, but like where I would be like, let me do this, whatever, and because they call it attitude, they'll be like, no, I'll do it by myself, like being stubborn. So it's like, what do you don't gain nothing from that, like
you don't. But I have also been in situations where boys got mad. Well, yeah, at the time boys got mad at me because they wanted to buy stuff for me, they wanted to do stuff for me, and I wasn't comfortable with that. And they got mad, like, you being stubborn, or you don't know how to take a compliment. Like, these are a lot of things that I heard.
That's just your comfortability. Like, I'm not comfortable with girls buying me stuff either. Like,
I just don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, I get that. Like, me neither, but at the same time, I still accept it.
But
like,
I was told I was too strong for that. You feel me?
No, that's
certain. I see what they trying to say. It's like, you have like the same way like some guys have been raised, like you gotta provide, you gotta pamper your woman. Like that's coming from them getting the talk that we had as dudes. Like you gotta be a provider. Like ain't no girl gonna mess with you if you can't provide her with nothing. Like if all you got is your name and your balls, that's it. But you gotta provide more than just that. You feel me? Like that's the talk that we get, and we get that talk thinking that that's the right way to go around. And then we meet a woman like you who be like, no, I'm not comfortable with that. That's going against what they was taught. So they like, no, you being too strong for that. So like, you got to think about it that way. So that's where that thin line come from. We like, all right, we can respect that you don't want certain things. But at certain times, you got to just be like, let him help it. Because too many girls is afraid of, I don't want to be that girl where he got to throw up something in my face.
And that's why I don't take shit.
And what's crazy, and what's crazy, you can hate it all you want. But no matter what, you can't prevent it because there's going to be people in this world that's going to do stuff for you based because it's you. And like at any point in time, people can throw something in your face, no matter what. So like it's that thin line. Like if you can literally do it by yourself and you can weigh with that and you can do it, go ahead, go all out for it, baby girl, you got it. But if you visibly struggling, like that's being stubborn.
Then call it what you want. On that one, I'm gonna just be struggling. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like I'm gonna get it. If it wasn't meant for me to have it and I can't get it, I'm gonna get it in the long run. I'm sorry.
That's a stubborn. That's a real stubborn. Because if you want to,
you can't do everything by yourself.
Because if you wasn't meant to have, it, how you know you wasn't meant to have it? So that way somebody can help you through it.
Because if I can't get it on my own, it wasn't meant for me to have.
See, that's not a good mind state to have. Like if God gave everybody got a story. Everybody a soldier. God gave everybody a war, but not a war is fought by one person. Somebody got an army behind them.
I get that.
All right, so like
that's my logic. I'm sorry. That's my logic.
Well,
if I can't get it on my own,
it's easier for niggas when they mess with you.
You heard it here live, folks.
Y'all not getting shit.
I'm not saying no. Like I don't feel comfortable with it. I feel like over the years a little bit, but I've been in long-term relationships where, and I only been in two serious long relationships. That's it. So think about it. I've been in a long, and they both was long, I was told, oh, when you gonna give me this? When you gonna do this for me? But when I asked, it was a problem.
You gotta understand that wasn't the relationship. That was the person.
I'm not, but that's still the relationship I was in with that person.
I understand that, but like, I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying like that has nothing to do with the relationship or you. That was the type of person they was, and those people are gonna always exist.
They was asking
they don't got nothing to do with other people.
When you gonna do something for them?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just the type of
men asking that.
Yeah.
See, don't do that. Don't add the men part. Don't add the men part. Like,
but these were males, yes, and I mean, I'm
asking
I'm
like,
straight,
what was they asking?
so,
when you gonna do what?
Like, oh, can you buy me these sneakers?
Niggas asking you to buy them stuff?
Yes, like
there's nothing wrong with that.
In the relationship, I didn't mind.
And there's a relationship, there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not the kind of person that would ask, but if you would just like, oh, surprise me with things, that would be nice. But I didn't get that. I didn't get none of that. So it was like, now don't give me nothing. I'm not giving you nothing.
Somebody,
like,
can you buy me this?
That's not.
If it's for a gift, cool. But like, I don't know.
Bro, if I had money like that and you was to be like, bro, I seen something, like if you say you seen like, I don't know, some fucking sneakers or some shit like that.
I'm not asking another man to buy me sneakers.
All right, but that's cool. I get what you're saying with that, but they're like, I don't know, like with me, I went through this phase like with people that I met where they told me like it's nothing wrong with certain things, and like that was one of the things. Like if my friends need something, no matter what it is, like if you want to,
I understand friends. We talking about,
but even if it's my girl, like if I had something and you my girl, I'm gonna be getting stuff for you if you ask me. So like that's that basic understanding. Like
I'm talking about
that's that basic understanding.
But man, like, oh, I don't got this. Can you buy this for me?
Yeah, if you my girl,
that's weird to me.
If you my girl and I don't got it,
what if? All right, you don't. All right, so you expect this? The only thing.
I don't expect anything.
Okay then. So, but this is what I'm saying. If you have it or you can get it, but you expect everything given to you, but don't dish out,
that's not
is
fair.
Exactly.
If I have it, what's mine is yours, and I'm not gonna assume, but I would hope that what's yours is mine. I hope like you put out that same energy. If I got $180, you got 90, I got 90. You feel me? So that's just how it is. Like, so if I see something or you see something and you call me and you be like, hey, can you get me this? All right, what store? How much is it? If I got it, you gonna get it.
Yeah, that's if I understand that, but I'm talking about like.
Even if it's me.
To the point where like your man always asking you to like get something for him or all that on the shit like that, like he ain't got nothing. Like that's weird.
Oh, nobody never. Did I explain that like that? I hope I didn't explain it like that. It's not like a consistent.
Oh
thing.
yeah, I'm like if you asking somebody get you something like cool, like you seen they like yo go get this for me while you out.
It just was like it was. I feel like it was more of a just a I want or not both ways. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Ben, I think that's where it came from. Also, me not being comfortable with it because I also never had nobody that was that comfortable to do that. Like I'm used to doing everything on my own.
As long as it's consistent and we both getting each other stuff, I don't care how many times you ask me. You feel me? Like I really don't care. You can ask me 90 times in 1 month, and as long as it's consistent, if I ask you, not when I ask you, but if I ask you, then yeah, like I don't mind it. I really don't care.
It's
I'm
that a lot of people are not like that nowadays. I'm gonna let you know.
Yeah, a lot of people are not like that.
For shit, just
I'm not the type of person.
That's main number one.
I'm not the type of person to just be like, can I? Like I don't have the most money, but if I can help you in any way, shape, way, or form, or get you something, if I can, then I got you. Like there's been a few times anybody that's ever known me that asked me something I couldn't do it for them.
Right. It's just that I also have seen women abuse that.
Yeah. They
get somebody and it's somebody that's willing to do whatever for them. I mean, I seen some dude, he was buying puppies, he got tats on them, he was doing a whole nine.
You got her name tatted?
Yes, like he was doing it all. Like he was splurging every day, whatever she wanted, he was doing.
Oh, this nigga got it.
He had it, but people was taking it for granted and then exposed them. Made him feel bad about himself.
That's corny.
That's
right.
But
people
that's
abuse it.
But what's crazy?
I wish I had somebody like that. How you doing?
But what's crazy is like that he not a bad person.
He's not.
He a sucker.
I wouldn't even call him a sucker.
Nah,
he just wanted to be nice for
I'm
somebody.
not even gonna call
that in the end made him a sucker.
But he didn't learn his lessons on anything.
So that's even worse. He really a sucker if he ain't learned his lesson.
I mean, he gotta be aware that like people out there like that, but that personality trait I wouldn't call negative.
If you what?
It's not negative, no.
Somebody's stuff?
Like if you listen, if you got it and you can do it and it not affect your life like that, like I'm guessing like
that's
it is.
Understandable.
That's understandable.
But like that's not going to keep your girl. Like
that's not gonna keep a girl. You can't buy her.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like you can't do that. But wait, what's the next thing?
What we got? Admiring culture. Y'all want to talk about that?
Listen. I actually thought so.
Talk about y'all scenario first.
What scenario?
That y'all was talking about with the admiring, with the Asians.
So like, I feel as though, me personally, I feel as though black people admire Asian culture and like whether it's like manga or anime or just anything with like they warrior culture and like some black women love like their agriculture and their fashion and their street life and stuff like all types of things like they got to do with Orientals. Like I just think that.
I agree.
I think that like black people really admire it,
especially our generation,
and especially our generation and a couple generations before too. Like
I don't know.
Yeah, my uncle Quan.
I think it's a difference though. That's my
actually because my dad put me on the anime.
You feel me? Like I feel like because remember like even in like movies like Boys in the Hood.
Yeah, my granddad loved the old school Chinese.
Yeah, like black people just really like like their culture.
We like it. It's the difference.
We like it, and I would go enough to say we appreciate and admire it because, like, it's entertaining, and we find it like really appealing. And I feel like on the other end, Asian people really admire, like, when it comes to like African American culture.
It's levels. Like,
I would say.
I see most people they try to dress like us.
They would say
their hair, everything.
Hair and fashion. That's about it.
They like our hair, our fashion, our music, our
music, the whole.
Or this, you can't say they don't.
It's the whole thing.
But
we don't admire the whole entire thing.
But you can't say that because there's people out there that appreciate their religion with the Buddhism.
Yeah.
And even anything from like India, because India is in Asia too, so that counts as an Asian culture. Like, it's a whole, like even like black people love like yoga. Like, I never met a black woman.
Yoga is an Asian culture thing?
It was invented, I think, in India. India is in Asia, so, you know.
Meditation.
Meditation. So, like, it's an Asian thing. Like, I feel as though, like, we like it. But what's even crazier is that when it comes to, like, the disrespect on both sides, it's also as equal. Because when Asians come to like the hood, like I know like Asians run like the hood as far as like business wise, but we disrespect the shit out of Asian people. Like when it comes to like when it comes to like racist jokes or like stereotypes and stuff like that, like we disrespect the shit out of Asian people. On an
equal level playing field?
I wouldn't say on an equal level because I'm not about to like play the Olympics, but yeah. I would say it's up to that T where we like you can't tell me like not one black person from the hood never said chink.
That's just,
you feel me, like, yeah. And like not to even like sound disrespectful in a way, but like
that's what I mean. Growing up, I didn't even know it was a racial slur.
Yeah, you feel me, like so just like to them, like when you
what's the racial slur?
Chinks.
That's a racial.
Like I'm about to go to the chink, like chinky eye, like you feel me. So like you not supposed to say that, or even like when you go to China, like my ex, she went to China, and like in certain areas of China, if you my complexion, you can't get into the club, and it's not even technically racism. It's just
that's just colorism.
That's shit. Not even colorism too, bro. That's just what they were taught. Like this is how black people are. Yeah. Like that's their educational program. So like they don't know that it's wrong until they meet black people because there's no black people there right. As far as like residency, like to grow up with as much as an experience as we might get.
It's not a lot.
Yeah,
I would say that. Yeah.
So like I find that fascinating. Like we like their stuff, they like our stuff, but we just disrespect the shit out of both.
I mean, yeah. I would say it's more appreciation, to be honest, though. Because you never really hear them, you know, even with the Chinese store example, you never hear the Asian one. They don't even talk to nobody, you know, being walking there. You never hear them get offended by it being called the chink store.
I went to school with Chinese people. Like, that own the businesses in the hood. They went to our schools. So growing up seeing it, I seen them run home from school a lot of times. Like, people disrespect the chinks to a certain extent.
All right, we can't keep saying that.
Don't say
I'm Chinese. I'm sorry, I did not mean that. But
see what I mean? Like,
but you know what's funny? I never said that, and now I got that in my head. But like, people really disrespected the Asian people that went to the public schools where I went to, because I seen that a lot. Like, it's cool to go to the business and get the food and stuff, but they didn't really have no friends like that, you know? Like, they probably had a few.
And like, if you even look at it like with media and stuff like that, like when black people produce like media and it has a particular Asian person in it, it's usually like one or two, like either they like the kung fu master or they like the geeky person. You
what black media?
The
like,
smart
like,
Asian.
Like any like a black sitcom, like a smart Asian, got a black character in a black
sitcom.
I don't think that's just
black,
general.
That's
that's Americanized.
Yeah, but like that's what we associated with. You like when we associated with them in that type of way, that's what's usually next to each other.
Yeah, but that's not.
Not even stuff on like BET, they be still having it. Like even with Disney, with black-owned producers, stuff like that. Like they have people in the Asian, either they playing like the Asian stereotype, even if it's not the caricature.
I think everyone plays their Asian stereotype. That's not.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not saying it's like an only black person thing, but I'm just talking about on the black and Asian side. Like just because we just talking about just that.
That's why.
Like we do it. Like we can't say we don't. We do.
That's why that when Insecure, the new season, when Molly started messing with the Asian boy.
Yeah.
Remember
the
samurai boy? That was good representation because remember in her book she was like the snippets. They was like the Asian men and the black women should get together because don't nobody want them. Something
All
along the
right.
lines of that.
Give me Asian
And
man.
that was true.
Period.
No, that was
That's
good.
true. Like, think about when people think of Asian men, they think of these.
No, you never see an Asian man in media as a sex symbol. Never.
Because I was told they had small shrimps.
No, but that's the thing.
That was the thing. I'm dead serious. That was.
They was told they had little guys.
I was really told that. Not by like my parents and nothing, but that was the
I
thing.
mean, that's the stereotype. So, like, yeah.
That's something I did hear. That's
So,
hilarious.
what's the next thing?
Y'all
That's
want to
funny.
talk about Soldier?
Young Draco!
I didn't watch it.
Drake?
So
Aubrey Graham!
tell me about
The
it.
man that's out of the world from the kid with the kid and the kid?
The generous Drake?
Alright, anyway. So I saw the Breakfast Club interview. That was the fun. That shit was up there with Tekashi interview. That was so funny. But he a young entrepreneur. What I didn't like was when he was on Complex and he up there trying pictures like that, a young black entrepreneur. And they up there trying to like bid on him for being this independent black salesman, whatever.
They did it on the Breakfast Club too.
Nah, but it wasn't.
Yes,
it
they
wasn't,
did.
No, it wasn't.
I can tell you exactly what they did.
But listen. Charlamagne was. I don't think he was.
He was.
But on Complex though, the black John gonna say to him, then Neshta, whatever the fuck her name is, she gonna say, "Why do you have so many businesses?"
Yeah, I saw that.
Who
And
said that?
The black,
the
black
mediator
girl.
on Complex show.
Okay.
She says to him, "Why do you have so many businesses?" And he's like, "I'm a young black entrepreneur. Fuck is you talking about?"
Right.
And she sarcastically was like, "Yeah, we support black businesses up here." Knowing damn well y'all don't. You sitting here, this boy trying to make
And she
millions.
black?
Yeah.
But it's because it's Soulja Boy. Not to say that that makes it right.
No, it's because he black.
It's
And
because it's
that's
Soulja
corny.
Boy.
And this is one thing I want to say.
Ain't no unity.
Black women need to support their black men. Period. And this is this is contradicting like black men don't love us, this, that, and the third. And y'all know I'm one of the main one to vouch for that. Y'all don't. But it's the simple fact you need to put up your end. You feel me? So why are you shooting down a black man because he want to have multiple businesses?
Yeah,
That's
it
weird.
was ignorant.
This is what I'm gonna say.
That's weird.
This is what I'm gonna say. That's what it looks like, but in reality, and I would love to fight the good fight, but I don't believe it plays a part in it, and it's a great example of it. But I don't think that's where the mentality stemmed from. I think it was just because I think it's because it's Soulja Boy. And when everybody think of Soulja Boy, they think of him in the same limelight that they think of Orlando Brown. And it's because it's him. But it sucks to say that because it's him, he does fit that role as a young black entrepreneur that's trying to get it out, like make his way through his people, but like people clowning him. And like it is sad that they clowning him because he's young and black. But I don't think they clowning him because he's young and black. I think they clowning him because he's Soulja Boy. Like if Orlando Brown was to be doing the same thing, people would have been having the same reaction.
I don't even think we should put Soulja Boy and Orlando Brown on that same.
I'm just saying, as far as media attention,
that's not even a
that is because when that is, bro. Because people look at Orlando Brown and they look at him like what they be like, what the fuck? Because every time we see Soulja Boy,
but he's actually on drugs.
But I'm not saying, but people think Soulja Boy is actually on drugs.
He said that he wasn't.
He said that he wasn't, but people treating him like he was. Like when people saw Soulja Boy, they saw him in a bunch of videos that they would say he caught an L in. Like when he was like, "Who says Soulja ain't from the hood?" They see him as a caricature. You feel me?
Yeah, but not as this buffoon on Instagram. But
that's what they see.
What they see.
But bro, that's what
those is not no.
Bro, literally, that's not literally what they see, but they're in the same category.
I wouldn't even say that.
They
Soulja Boy was such an influence to the culture at the end of the day.
But bro, I'm telling you right now, in November of last year, you would not have been saying that. You would have been saying because if somebody would have mentioned Soulja Boy or somebody would have been talking about Soulja Boy, you'd have been like, he a fucking weirdo. You would have said that.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes, you would. You would not.
Say Soulja
no
Boy
one had known any. I refuse to believe no one would have believed or been saying all this nice shit about Soulja Boy until he had to tell everybody and pull out the Carfax, as you would say.
I agree 100%.
So
that's because he had to remind niggas how long.
Exactly. So before he had to remind niggas, people was clowning him. Yes or no, they wasn't.
Of course, when he was about to fucking box Chris Brown.
Exactly. People think he about to box Chris Brown. People thought he was on cocaine. People thought he was doing all this nut shit. Before he even went on the Breakfast Club and he was like Drake and he was like Tiger and niggas was clowning him saying that Soulja Boy takes another L. They was clowning him before he was fucking telling everybody about what he was doing. When nobody say Soulja Boy is this young black this until he had to prove himself. So I don't think it was because he's a young black man. I think it was because he was Soulja Boy and they didn't put respect on his name. That's what it was. People trying to make it bigger than what it is. I don't think the girl didn't support him because he's a young black man. Because I bet you if it was somebody else, like a young nobody from nowhere who made it to that thing talking about all this, she probably would have been media trained to not say that. She probably would have been taught to, I'm not going to say that to him because that can make us look bad. But because it's Soulja Boy and he could clown Soulja Boy, they was clowning Soulja Boy. Because they did it on the Breakfast Club too. DJ Envy thought he had fake chains on. They was doing this shit.
No, that wasn't clowning him because he actually had fake chains on. Okay. The jeweler sold him fake chains.
Oh, it was a rapper. It was a rapper that gave him a jeweler. It was a gift on the video. Jeweler. He said it was a rapper. He said it was somebody that he know. It was a rapper.
He said it was a famous jeweler, bro.
He said it was a rapper. He thought it was an AP. He thought it was a real AP, and it wasn't.
Give it to him by a jeweler.
He didn't say a jeweler.
But that wasn't trying to clown him. That was just them because he had an old.
But they didn't. But they didn't have to bring that up. That's what I'm trying to say. That's clowning him. They didn't have to bring that up. It was about talking about Soulja Boy and his businesses, but they chose to bring up something that would possibly embarrass him. They didn't have to bring that up. So Charlamagne. So
what they supposed to talk about?
They're supposed to be talking about him. They're supposed to be talking about what everything was up because that was his first time ever on the Breakfast Club. So they
was bringing up ocean.
No, but they didn't have to. But Soulja Boy got so much stuff that he was talking about that was more important. That had a lot more. That had a lot more validity than talking about some fake chain. Yeah, they could have asked about the Chris Brown thing. Yeah, they could have asked about the Migos thing. Yeah, they could have asked about all that. But they didn't have to bring up the fake chain stuff because that's clowning him.
Everything you saying was funny shit that happened to him.
But that's not. But that's not.
That's literally
bro. That's clowning him.
And keeping stuff interesting.
But that's clowning him, especially. But they brought it up while he was talking about his business. You feel me? Like they wasn't just bringing it up as a topic.
I think they do that to a lot of people.
They do, but that's what I'm saying. They doing it because it's Soulja Boy. I'm going back to prove my point. They not doing it because he's a young black man. I see people out here saying, oh, they trying to clown him. He a young black man. They out here doing this. They saying he got fake chains on. They acting like all the clothes he got on is fake. Soulja Boy constantly has to prove himself. That's so sad. He a young black man. We can't do this. This is our people. This and that. Yeah, that happens, but that wasn't that situation. Is what I'm trying to say.
You don't know that.
I don't believe it. All right, I'm gonna say I don't believe it's that. I think it was just because it's Soulja Boy, and with Soulja Boy comes the safety of clowning him. Just like if you wanted to clown any other weirdo nigga, you feel me? Like that people was thinking was weird a couple months ago. Before Tekashi was hot, niggas was clowning him. Back when Meek and Drake was fucking beefing, people was clowning Meek. Now everybody a Meek fan. You feel me?
That's true.
Like
that's because what happened to him was funny.
But they doubt him. And then now all of a sudden Meek come out with championships.
That's because the shit hot.
Yeah, but y'all was doubting him saying he was ass. If you really think about it.
Because he had Twitter fingers.
Yeah.
He did have Twitter fingers.
Okay, but that don't...
But you can't... When you do some dickhead shit, you're going to get clowned no matter what. Though.
But this is what... But
do you respect your president for being Twitter fingers?
No, I don't. But I'm not saying don't clown him because he's doing Twitter fingers. I'm saying don't doubt him. People was doubting Meek, saying Meek was ass now. Meek is this. Meek is that. Meek was never ass. Meek never was ass at any point in his career. At any point, he was never ass. But people was calling him ass just because he beats with Drake.
Like, he getting bodied by a singing nigga.
And people said, oh shit, that's true. Oh shit, Meek ass now. Like, what? No. And now everybody Meek fans. Everybody thought the Eagles was ass 6 years ago. Now everybody Eagles fans.
Eagles was ass 6 years ago.
But there wasn't nobody fans is what I'm saying.
Bro, we live in Delco area, bro. Everybody Eagles fan.
But I'm saying it's a bunch.
People been Eagles fans even when he was.
But they wasn't publicly admitting it.
Nah, every Eagles fan I know held that shit down.
I know, bro. I saw people who would not admit they're Eagles fans until we went to the.
I don't know.
You live in Philly. That's
yeah.
why. I'm gonna say.
Once you out of yeah,
I'm gonna say it's different.
Because you gotta hold on to them, but. Like, people switch up. Like, don't switch up now. Like, don't make something bigger than this. Because everybody be calling stuff racist that don't be racist. And to me, that's not helping.
Yo, speaking of that,
that's
that
not
video
helping.
Of the bull punching the little girl that ran down on it, the tall white guy.
Yeah.
So, supposedly, they all was like, it was a bunch of them little kids, whatever. And they was harassing him and his family. So, I was like, if I was in that scenario, I'd knock that little girl the fuck out, too.
Not as a grown ass.
If I'm with my family, my daughter, my wife, and it's a gang of y'all. Why the fuck would I let my daughter fight? That's a dub. I'm smacking anybody.
But you're a grown man. You can easily
I will smack anybody's kid, grandmom, sister, aunt, uncle that come close to harming my family.
To be fair, I'm not about to underestimate you because you a child.
Exactly, especially if you sprinting.
Because the shit that I've seen, it's kids out here that's deadlier than grown ass folk.
You ain't have to knock her out.
No,
I mean,
yes,
no.
that's my. You don't understand.
I don't care
that's
who
your
you-
family.
I don't care if you.
I get it. I get what you're
Like,
saying.
your first goal is to protect.
You ever
your
heard the
family.
expression,
But
you
as
want
a
to act
grown
grown,
man-
I'm going to treat you like you
Exactly.
grown?
And it's a gang of y'all surrounding us. Not only that, y'all intimidating us at this point.
No.
So I'm knocking you the fuck out. If you
I don't
come
care
anywhere
what
near me.
race.
If you
or
come in
anything.
distance
a
where you
grown
can do some
man
damage,
punching on a little girl,
he had-
the way he did it,
If
though,
they was
I'm a-
harassing
he
them-
should have been a
No, if they was
so
harassing them, he had every right to hit that.
I'm going to
girl
say
like
this.
that.
Black, white, indigo, purple, brown.
Yeah, exactly.
If you come near my
I don't
daughter,
agree with that part.
if you
Knock
come
you
near
the fuck
my
out.
daughter, I'm going to slap the shit out you.
You can
I don't give a
easily-
fuck
you
what
can
age
easily
you are.
leave the
I'm going to warn
situation.
you. I'm going to warn you.
He
I'm going
did.
to
He just said,
separate
I bet
you.
you nobody else got close after that.
You,
Knock that little girl the fuck out.
I'm
She
telling
hit
you.
the ground.
If I see you walked away, listen. If you walked away and they still coming at you,
But how you know he didn't do that?
Yeah, in the video,
But
what
it
we
don't
see,
say that. It
what
don't
we
say
see, you with your family and y'all surrounded by a bunch of people, grown, old, young, whatever. Y'all aggressive. I'm on the defense at this point now. If you get in striking distance, I'm going to hit you before you hit me.
Because you got to admit, there
True.
are. You
You
got to
survived.
admit, there are
it's
kids
been
out.
times where I got into
Exactly.
fights in my brother's road.
You got to be
Exactly.
honest. Like, it's kids out here that carry knives and
Exactly.
do all types of crazy shit. Remember, people was
Last time I was
it's people
walking
that
around
was
with my
younger
guard
that around
down.
their age playing a knockout game, knocking grown folks
Last
out.
time I was with my guard down, I got snuck and hit with brass knuckles. I'm not getting snuck no more.
You
That
feel
shit
me?
dead.
It was, remember, it was kids that was 15,
Exactly.
16, 14, 13, whatever, but they was just big and just don't think because they kids, they just small. It's 14-year-olds that's like 6
You
foot.
see what happened
That's
to Cat
true.
Williams? He's fighting that
17-year-old
Oh, yeah.
got
Fucking
put to
him up.
sleep.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna warn you, I'm gonna remind you you a child, but at that point, if you think you grown, I'm gonna whip
For
your
real.
ass and I'll talk to your parents later.
Boy was dancing in the
I know what
club.
you're talking about. I seen the video.
Yeah, boy was dancing in the club with what he thought was a girl.
And it was a dude.
Yeah, and he was like ready to fight the bull. So like, what would you do in that scenario if you danced with somebody and it turned out like they grinded all on your ear?
I would be embarrassed because that's not my sexual preference, but I wouldn't hit him.
Yeah.
Like I might be like, what the fuck? Like, it depends on how drunk I am, honestly. But if I'm like, what the fuck? I'm gonna be embarrassed. I'm like, yo, you ain't the fuck, and then I'm probably just gonna like walk away because I wouldn't want to start no unnecessary confrontation. Like, if they start getting aggressive towards me, then I might knock them the fuck out. But
Do you
what
feel
I-
like, to a certain extent, like they should present that, like,
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
you should, because you don't know my sexual preference. So like,
Right.
if that was me, I pull into the side and be like, yo, like, you got lucky this time, because like, I'm gonna let you know, like, niggas out here will like kill you for doing some shit like this.
Right.
Like, don't do that shit no more.
like, if
Care
you
about
turn
your
around and
life.
see it's a dude, just be like, let them know from the jump, like, I'm trans or I'm a cross dresser, or it's like announce that, because that's like as much as people like not to like, it sucks to say, but as much as people want to be like, oh, they shouldn't have to. Yes, you do, because you can't force that upon nobody.
Right.
Exactly.
Like, you can't force me to want to dance with you because you're trans. Because you're trans is why I don't want to dance with you. Like, I just don't find that attractive. Like, I'm not saying you don't have the right to exist, but I just don't find it attractive.
Yeah, they so sensitive. They'll try to say that you're anti.
This and anti that. I believe they should get all the rights and everything they should, but I just don't agree with that particular lifestyle.
that's true. That's true.
You want to talk about the
Kylie Jenner and giving her daughter a black doll.
I think that was beautiful.
That's
I agree.
Because Kylie Jenner black. I be trying to tell y'all niggas this.
Anyway,
But right, my thing is, I don't see what the problem was. The
Wait,
baby
people
is.
was mad.
Yes, people was like, "Oh wow, you gave her a dark skin." It wasn't. I think it was because it was a dark skin one.
What is
too.
on her Instagram?
It was on the Shade Room and her Instagram. Yes, it is. And a lot of people was like backlashing, like, "Oh, she had a black baby doll. Oh, she trying to be down about it." You know what I'm saying? Because her baby dad black. But my thing is, what's the problem with it? You feel me?
I feel like
I thought that was a great thing.
I feel like every white child or every child in the world should have a black baby doll, so that show them from infancy that black is beautiful and that is
Exactly.
normal. The problem was there wasn't no black baby dolls,
Exactly.
so
completely
I don't
agree.
see. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they want to be
People be so
people
mad
be
over
want to be
dumb
mad
shit.
about the wrong things.
And you know, I don't even think it'd be the people. I think it'd be like these blogs and
Yeah.
shit.
No, it be the
Starting
people
that fake
because
page.
It be both.
It be both. You can say it be the people and it be the blogs because
it be
people
both.
believe it. Unless you dissecting it and you just angrily just being angry at something because they telling you to, like, you being sheep.
I agree with that one.
You being sheep.
So speaking of that, so in South Africa, there was a classroom that was segregated from the black kids and the white kids.
Well, that's not surprising if it's in South Africa, but
That's surprising.
To some people that's not educated on Africa as a general, and they think everybody in Africa is black, it may be surprising to them. You see what I'm saying? Everybody's not educated that it's white people in Africa.
yeah.
So I'm not surprised.
A lot of white people
that's everywhere. You know,
a lot of white people in Africa don't like black people.
That's true.
Like they have segregated neighborhoods
In South Africa.
in South Africa. They have them. Like you're not, if you're black, you're not allowed in. Like they have gated communities.
I believe it. Yo.
So like
That's the world we live
That
in.
picture was nasty.
I mean, it's just weird to me.
You know what's funny? We segregate ourselves now.
Why you say that?
Think about it. When you go to any place that's, you know, multicultural or heterogeneous, like all the black kids sit together.
That's because like
And it's
all my college years, I just feel more comfortable around people that look like
Right.
me.
Yeah, that's cool, but like that's in a way, like
It's a comfort.
it is a comfort,
Right.
and I'm not saying the reason behind it is wrong, but if you look at it, it's
I think everyone is like that.
everyone. Yeah, like everybody. I mean, there are people who will mix in crowds, and like you'll see a whole
I
bunch
am
of
open
races
to white
there.
friends,
Yeah.
but it's just like that don't mean they open to me.
Yeah, to
You
be
know what
honest,
I'm
I
saying?
don't know, like, it's hard to relate to a privileged white person. Like, that's why, like,
Yeah,
even,
that's-
like,
I mean, it is if you only look at them like that.
but
But
it's like,
our
when,
struggles will never be the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
It's not
saying?
about the struggles always.
I mean, we can't have the same conversations.
Yes, you can.
I don't. Not with
honestly,
everything.
you
I
can't,
don't.
to be honest.
I don't. Believe
Think about it, like, your views differ from mine so much. Like, even when it come to, let's say, politics, you're all for, you know, going with Trump.
That has nothing to do with them just being white though. That has something.
But
to do
I'm just
with them.
giving an example of a
Okay,
typical white college
Don't
student.
say typical, because it's not typical.
a typical Cabrini
a typical
student.
white college student.
A lot of Cabrini students here aren't Trump supporters, so you
I'm
can't
not
say
saying all, but he's definitely giving.
All right, but anyway, that example aside, just you being, I don't know what we like. Yeah, we may, I don't know, like even not even just white people, just someone of privilege. It's hard to relate to them.
I mean, that's depending on how you look at them. Like, I'm not about to look at you for what you are or what you've done to got here, because no matter whatever you had to happen to got here and whatever I had to happen to get here, led us to each other. So I would want to know.
Well, what are you their friend for? Then y'all can't
What do you
dialect on the same level. You see what I'm saying?
It's because we're not different. Is why, because I want to know a different side of the world. It's cool to hang around people who came
I'm
up.
not saying y'all have to be similar, but
I'm
what
not-
I'm saying is,
Can I finish?
what playing field is gonna be?
It's not about no playing field. It's not about that. There's white people out here who struggle. There's white people out here who.
I know that. I'm
And
talking
there's-
about privilege.
Okay,
Not even just white, just someone of privilege in general.
even if you are privileged, not just because you have the privilege don't mean you always enjoy it. You feel me? Like, I know white people out here who genuinely feel bad because they white, and I have to remind them, don't feel bad because you white. Don't feel bad because you have these privileges. Just understand that this is just what it is. You're not supposed to look at them as you're just this privileged person. How can I relate to you? You're supposed to be like, okay, you're a privileged person. Let me find out how I can relate to you. Just because they have money and you don't mean y'all ain't they any better than you or they lived a different life. You could be money and have
Privilege
miserable.
don't gotta be money.
Yeah, you feel me?
I'm talking about just like, it's hard to, in my experience with being around privileged people in my college years, I don't think I left Cabrini with any white friends except for maybe.
That's because you're an
one.
introvert. But you're an introvert.
I'm talking about my personal experience.
Yeah, but
I'm an
just saying.
introvert to an extent.
Right.
Like,
You're an introvert.
I mean, actually, I don't. Like
You're an
people.
introvert.
I don't like people.
So like, but my experience, I've met white people here who family got money and got Benzes. I met people who just know the right people. I mean, there's people out here who got privilege and don't even necessarily, like, quote unquote, use it. You feel me? Like, not use it to the extent to like what I'm saying, like they could turn it on and off, but like really had the honor of really being one of those white people that can say, yeah, I've had that happen to me. Like, I know white people who've been checked by cops in the same manner or approached by cops in the same manner that a black person probably could. Yeah. And it's like they have the privilege of them being white to get out of that, but it just didn't work that time.
Yeah.
So like there's people out there that's like that. You just gotta get to know them.
I live around all of them.
Yeah, you feel me? So like it's different for every person. Like it's cops that treat trailer trash white people like they black.
Yeah, but I'm talking about
But they still have privilege over us if you technically want to think about it.
I'm not talking about, white cop scenario privilege. I'm talking about someone, that got their mom and dad to rely on, big story house, fucking privileged, gated community, that type of privilege.
I have one. His name is Keenan. He plays lacrosse, and he sometimes not.
Bro, you in all the 2, 3, 4 years I've known you, I've never heard you say that name.
That's because he's not from Cabrini.
And yeah, I've never heard you say that name though.
You know my friend Amir Fuellen? I met him through.
That's a black person.
I'm saying I met him.
But you've
Do
never,
you hang with him?
you've
You
never
talk to
said
him
that
every day
name.
or a
I
lot?
hang with for a summer. I have, yes.
Bro,
For a summer, I had that
This is
name
not a
until
frequent
now.
friend. We talking
We're
about a
talking
friend
about-
like how we are. You know what I'm saying?
But I'll probably
You've never said that name until now, though. Like that's the point I'm trying to make.
because you don't know him. I don't have. We don't supposed to be like,
Bro, I didn't know Luke and you was mentioning him, and now look at Luke. That's my
okay,
guy.
but I mean, I'm not gonna be like, hey man, I got a friend named Keenan. Like I'm not about to just.
But you
call
never
him.
But you
mentioned
do
this
that, though.
person. Yeah.
But
You
yeah,
do
but
that.
I'm not gonna do that because he's
Anybody
white.
you friends with,
I'm
you
not
want
saying he's white,
anybody
but I'm
you
saying
friends
any
with,
friend-
you want them to be friends with your other friends.
Man, when I first
I mean,
came
if
to
you
Cabrini,
meet-
he forced me. You forced me to come out. What are
I
you
mean,
talking about?
but you met Luke, and I only wanted you to meet Luke because I wanted us to all play pub together.
This was way before Pub even came out, bro. What are you talking about?
When did you meet Luke?
I met Luke way
When
before
we
Pub.
was playing, when he was playing Xbox. Period. I had you meet Luke because of Xbox. If there was no Xbox, there'd be no Luke with you. You see me? Like I had my friends meet each
I
other
don't believe
for
that's
specific
true.
reasons. Like the only reason they know Tara is because we went to Tara in the room and he was up here. You feel me? Like
That's the one that threw up.
yeah. So you know what I mean?
Luke was stressing that night.
You feel me? So like I'm not about
Oh,
I'm not about to do that. Like
Y'all want to wrap this
you
joint
meet
up?
my friends for specific reasons.
Y'all ain't wrap this joint up.
Go ahead.
All right, this was episode 3, Straight Facts.
And Mir believes that if you white, you can't be his friend because he said,
Bro,
"What y'all
my
gonna talk
best
about?"
friend is white. You're
I
not
thought you
saying
said he
nothing.
Mexican.
No, he just looks Mexican. Anyway, I'm wrapping this shit up. It's Ali G. It's Miss Montaigne, Black X. We out.
You are watching Straight Facts.
Bust down, it's bust down, yeah. Yo, bitch got the